Title: Husband initiates divorce after discovering wife's infidelity and serves her the papers. I've been waiting for the right moment. 4 days after discovering my wife's affair, I began the divorce proceedings and paid the lawyer's retainer in less than 2 weeks. I finally received the drafts for the summons and all related documents. I just need a few more pieces of information before I can present them to her. Hello everyone! Hope everyone is doing well! We are back with another story. Now that you've read the title, let's dive right in. Reddit. Surviving infidelity informed my unfaithful soon-to-be ex-wife about meeting with a lawyer. She became upset. In what kind of fantasy world does my wife live where I catch her cheating? She continues her affair throughout the day while I pick up the kids from school, and when I tell her I've met with a lawyer to discuss the next steps, her response is anger. She started slamming things and got sarcastic with me. She said she wasn't in a hurry. Well, she made it quite clear that day that our marriage was over through her actions and words. Not that I would have considered reconciling anyway. I would think any reasonable person would start the process. This woman seems to have lost her sense of reality, showing zero empathy or remorse, just trying to carry on with her newfound freedom without facing any consequences. We have 2 children who are devastated by their parents splitting up. It's like an entirely different person has taken over her body because she's not the woman or mother I've known for the past 16 years. I wonder if serving her with divorce papers will snap her out of this affair. Induced fog. Not for my sake. I'm filing for divorce tomorrow. I'm just curious if this will bring her back to reality. To be honest, she hasn't been attentive to our kids. Not neglectful enough for me to get primary custody, but she seems uninterested in how this divorce is affecting them, not asking how they feel. They've just tried to maintain as much of their routine as possible after we told them, and she has continued seeing her affair partner as if everything is perfectly fine. She spends almost all her free time in the bedroom on her phone, primarily using Facebook. She and her affair partner started secretly messaging each other a few weeks ago. My 15-year-old is really starting to resent her. She's upset that her mom doesn't seem the least bit bothered that everyone's lives are being turned upside down, showing them no remorse and very little sympathy. She also knows what her mom has been up to and told me she's ashamed to be her daughter. This woman will be part of my kids' lives for as long as they tolerate her new behavior. She and I are finished, but I need her to return to reality for their sake. It feels like she's so wrapped up in this new relationship that she can't see things that most responsible mothers would notice. She wasn't always this inattentive. When she began this brief emotional affair that led to a physical one, I noticed a significant change in her, and apparently the kids did too. My 15-year-old broke down in tears the other day and told me she's angry at her mom because she doesn't think she loves them as much as I do. Honestly, she might be right. Is there a chance that serving her with divorce papers will make her realize the reality of the situation? The financial reality that she won't be able to stay in our house because I'll be taking half the equity, or the fact that she's about to lose 50s of her time with the kids. I think that's what's bothering my daughter the most. Her mom isn't showing any emotion over our family splitting up, hasn't expressed any sadness about only having the kids half the time. Meanwhile, when I talk to them about the future, I'm tearing up and devastated that I won't see them every day. A little backstory. My wife met her affair partner on January 18th while out with a friend. She rarely goes out, so I suspected nothing. On January 28th, she said she was going to hang out with the same friend. They'd be drinking, so she'd stay the night. She told me her friend had friends visiting from out of town. I was happy for her to have fun. Turns out that was a lie. The affair partner, her friend's brother, was going to be there. By February 2nd, my wife was very cold and continued to act distant until February 10th. She told me she wasn't happy and wanted to separate, needed space, still loved me but wasn't sure what she wanted. That week, I was in turmoil, thinking I had done something wrong, worried about our marriage. On February 10th, I found texts hinting at another conversation on Facebook Messenger from the affair partner. The same day, I found her at a hotel with him. The last month has gone as you'd expect. I'm angry with her. She shows no remorse. She continues to see the affair partner, coming up with different excuses each week to be out of the house. The kids are devastated about the split. The oldest knows her mom cheated. My wife has been emotionally distant from them and is acting like nothing is wrong. My oldest is upset with her mom, and I'm doing my best to be there for them and let her confide in me. My youngest suspects their mom is to blame for the split and noted the other day that she doesn't seem to care. I've been waiting for the right moment. I started the divorce process 4 days after discovering the affair, paid my retainer less than 2 weeks later. Finally, I received the drafts for the summons and all related documentation. Just need a couple more bits of info before I can hand them to her. Today, I saw an overnight bag packed. She said she was going to visit her sick grandfather. Last time she used that excuse, she stumbled through the door at 9 a.m. He's 3 hours away and she was obviously drunk. I realized I wouldn't have a better opportunity to break the news until next week, so I decided to do it today and deliver the paperwork next week. Given how secretive she's been, her reaction was about what I expected. I told her I didn't believe her, that she's been lying to get out of the house every weekend. I suggested that if she wants to be with him so badly, she should pack her things and move in with him. She, of course, admitted no wrongdoing, just pointed out that what she's doing is none of my business. I explained that her leaving without any explanation for spending the entire night out is negatively affecting the kids. She seems to think it's normal for a 41-year-old mother to have sleepovers. Instead of further defending her behavior, she decided to insult me, saying the kids don't even care when I'm out of the house. They don't even notice I'm gone or ask about me. I know that's not true. The conversation went back and forth, mainly me expressing that her behavior is unacceptable and that she's setting a terrible example for our kids. We ended up discussing the house, where she tried to claim it's hers. Laughable. I had to explain marital assets to her and that the buyout is based on the current value, not what we originally paid. Then she told me I need to get a life, that I'll need something to do because I'll only get the kids every other weekend. That's when I told her I have an attorney and filed for divorce last week. She can expect the papers this week. She wasn't pleased. Again, we're back to her odd behaviors and the realization that she isn't acting like a good person. She said her behavior might seem odd because she's finally happy. I concluded by letting her know that her affair partner is unreliable. He's breaking up a family, has been married and divorced twice, and is engaged a third time. I asked her if she was aiming to be wife number 3 and engagement number 4. That's when she stormed off. All in all, I was satisfied with how it turned out. I got some things off my chest that I couldn't say while trying to remain detached, but her behavior was so disrespectful that I had to address it. I also now know her intentions in the divorce, to take everything and have me pay child support. She's willing to harm me financially and emotionally for this guy. She still shows no remorse or guilt, tried to manipulate me by saying I've been acting like a jerk for the past month. Back to being detached tomorrow, but for now, I'm content. Apparently, now she claims she wasn't cheating. Unbelievable. Edit. I've already filed for divorce. The process has begun. She's not happy about me having a lawyer, but it's already in motion. My soon-to-be ex-wife was leaving the house again last night. The kids have had enough of her behavior, so my youngest confronted her. My wife pulled me aside for a talk, the most we've spoken since discovering the affair. She said the kids are upset because they hear us arguing. I told her they're upset because she's leaving again. I explained that I've been struggling and can't continue living like this. I'll be cordial for the kids, but we need to proceed with the divorce. Then she tried to paint me as some sort of angry person without reason. She said, I didn't cheat on you. I wanted to separate and then started seeing someone else. First of all, that's not true. If that's the case, then their first date was at a cheap hotel, not buying it. Secondly, even if what she says is true, she was still my wife. She told me during the separation that there was no one else, and I highly doubt they started talking in the 7 days between the separation and discovering the affair. She met this guy and secretly messaged him, making plans for a future that didn't include me. The blame, shifting, and manipulation are overwhelming. So after that talk and the kids being upset that she was leaving, she sat in the living room on her phone. The moment I distracted our youngest, she left. She chose her affair partner over her own children at a time when they were very upset. Their world is being turned upside down, and she just doesn't care. It's heartbreaking. I'm not surprised by this type of behavior. A 41-year-old woman acting this way is disheartening. She doesn't seem to care about the kids or me. What's sad is that this shows she might use the kids for financial gain. Clearly, she doesn't care about them, but she wants me to have less custody, wants full custody herself, and wants me to pay child support so she can keep them and do what? Leave them at home so she can spend time with her affair partner? We're going out. You all fend for yourselves. Cook for yourselves, clean for yourselves, take care of yourselves. But she needs to have them for custody purposes. He can't have them. I'm gonna take everything. This is my house. I'm keeping everything, and I'm taking the kids, and you have to pay child support. It's just a game. They don't care about anything but themselves. They're being selfish. That's why I often ask, is it worth it? The sweetest person you can meet, so loving at the beginning, but the second they're done, if you say no or face a setback, and they find someone they think is better, they're gone. And you'll see they may never have truly loved you. It's not worth it. That's why I always ask that question. Is it worth it? No, it is not. Let's check out some of the comments. I need the affair fog, and you're ruining her good time. Of course, she's upset. Good on you for getting the divorce started. She was probably hoping you'd delay and allow her the opportunity to fall back on you if things don't work out with her affair partner. Here's the original poster. I fully expect her new relationship to fail miserably. He's currently married too, his third wife, but you know what they say, fourth time's the charm or something like that. Please inform the affair partner's spouse if they don't know already. Proud of you for not trying to win her back. It never works and just adds to the misery. And yes, please inform the other betrayed spouse. My condolences to you and your kids. That sounds familiar. Now they've openly been together for over a year, and she's already caught him cheating. They're still together, and she acts as though life is great. Yeah, she's fooling herself. She's delusional right now. She messed up. Do you want her cake too? Hey, Op, I finalized my divorce a month ago, but had a very similar experience to what you're having now. The affair partner was twice divorced, unmarried though, and my ex was downright upset I filed on her after discovering the affair. She was expecting me to wait around, blindsided and upset. Like, really? After cheating on me for 6 months? Don't do anything to upset the affair? Get the best terms you can, at least 50-50 custody, and focus on your kids. She wants you to be an ATM while she has someone on the side. Don't let that happen. Absolutely. Have you informed the affair partner's spouse? Use her fog to get as much as you can, especially as much custody as possible. Try to keep everything cheerful about her new life. Once she signs the papers, then distance yourself. Once she realizes that life with the affair partner was just him wanting a side relationship, she might come back, and then you can decide what's best. Take care of yourself, and know that neither you nor your children deserve any of this. Ope replies, as I said, it's not for my sake. My kids are not in a good place. They need their mom. I don't want her back. The answer is still the same. By the time she realizes that she has permanently damaged her relationship with the kids, it will probably be too late. Cheaters are fundamentally selfish people. Yes, they are. There's nothing you can do to snap her out of it. This is all excellent advice. Someone suggested therapy. Therapy? Your wife might never come around. Go to therapy with your kids, though. How old are your kids exactly? Op replies, my oldest is old enough for the court to consider her preference. My youngest is not. Understood, my friend. I doubt serving her will snap her out of it, though. When we separated, she took it as an opportunity to invest more time with her affair partner. I wish you the best. Try distancing yourself from her. Please document all the times she leaves the kids and contact your lawyer so you can be the primary caretaker. Yes, my uncle was able to document his wife's outings during her affair, all her overnights and parties, and her general lack of concern for the children's welfare. My uncle got majority custody. This was over 15 years ago. If you want to take it to the next level, next time you know she will be drinking and driving, call the authorities. A Dewey on top of this would be significant. That's a bold move. Do not do this until after the divorce is official. You risk complications involving joint assets. Depends on the state, obviously. Consult a real lawyer. Also, judges dislike drama and may hold it against you. Referring to another comment. Also, you can document when she's out of the house at odd hours. Proof in video that she's out at a specific time, as she could argue clocks were changed or whatever. Just record a TV and pass through various news channels. Then it can be proven it was a certain hour. Look at everything you have to go through to try to prevent her from taking everything you've worked hard for in your life. Everything you've achieved can go straight to her because you married her. You married someone who betrayed your trust, and she can take half of everything, whether you had it before her or acquired it during the marriage. She neglected you, cheated, lied, treated you poorly, and yet she might get away with it without consequences. Many people do. Are you proceeding with the divorce? You don't need her permission? Stop having pointless conversations with her. Stick to discussing only necessary matters and invest time in your children instead. Ope replies, yes, I'm proceeding. She has to sign some documents still. It's not a pointless conversation when it involves my kids. It is when you talk about yourself and your emotions. I know it's difficult to hear, but it's true. She simply doesn't care about you. Keep the conversation strictly about your kids. Ope responds, that's fine. I have nothing of substance to say to her. She's only talking to me about the kids. Bringing up her actions just serves to make her uncomfortable, which doesn't change anything. She's still getting divorced. Good, because you deserve better. Awesome, guys. Let me know what you think about this in the comments. Someone added, wow, she's a piece of work. She tried to use separation to cover her cheating. Stick to the plan, brother. Don't let her fool you. Update me. Absolutely, I'll keep you posted. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'll catch you all in the next one.